Yes, I just got back from the hobby shop and I just picked up a kit I remember going to Kmart and buying in 1972. It's been re-released again since then in about 93, but it was a little bit different. We'll get into that here in a minute. But it's back to the 1972 issue that just was re-released in 2023 just now. The Evil Iron. Let's get into this and relive some childhood memories like we were at Kmart buying models. Let's look at the box art real quick. And this box is so huge, it's hard to get into the camera. The side of the box shows the completed kit. Look at those tail lights. Those medieval or what? Oh my gosh, this thing just screams 70s. Super cool. Flip it around here. Picked it up at Scale Reproductions. If you guys are ever in the Louisville area, Louisville, Kentucky, I highly recommend Scale Reproductions. It's one of the best hobby shops you could ever go to. Tells a little bit about the kit. Back of the box. Looks like the decals might be a little different, but this does come disc-sealed, so don't be alarmed if you get it. And there's no wrapping, but it is disc-sealed. Let's get this thing opened up. Alrighty. This is the moment I have been waiting for since the 70s. There's some good news. Everything's in white. I thought it might be trimmed in or molded in red plastic. Watch this thing loaded. Alright, what we got here? There's some nice, it's wiring, it's not wire, but it's kind of like a little rubber hose. This thing's probably 2 feet long, and I'm sure it's for all the lines and everything you can run. Look at the tires. Are those cool or what? They're massive. Oh yeah. Just Goodyear on them. And these definitely bring back memories right here. Chrome tree. We're going to take everything out of the plastic too. I plan on building this here real soon. Alright, there's what we got for the chrome tree. Those spokes are beautiful. They're thin. I don't even really see any flash on them. Those are super nice. Very nice spokes. Get the engine. Oh, this is nice. Very nice. Actually very impressed. Again, this was out in the 70s. So technology back then wasn't as good as it is today. What's in here? Looks like the front tires. Okay. I'm used to saying tires in plural because of cars. The front tire. That's interesting how they molded that. So obviously you cut that out. But very interesting how they molded it. I like that. Very cool. Alright, on this here tree. Got some more stuff. Just going to show you guys up close what everything is. This here obviously is the body. There we go. Look how large that seat is. I mean, these are 1-inch squares. There's our skull guy. Alright. Remember that? I said I'd get into it later on. In '93, they re-released this kit called the Ghost Rider, and they had that on there instead of showing him. So this was out in '93, same kit, just a different name. Other than that, the Evil Iron has not been out since '71, '72. Look at that. Man, this is awesome. And you guys do not know how excited I am. You just can't imagine how excited I am about this. Building models as a kid was the best thing you could do back then. That and out riding your bicycle. I had a neat little area in the basement where I built models. I wish I had a picture of that area. I'd show it to you. That's the other chrome tree. What we got there? That's obviously the body panels. Those are big. Again, those are 1-inch squares. This thing's going to blow up pretty massive. But I'm just amazed at how clean everything is. Usually these old kits, when they bring them out, are loaded with flash and everything. You can see it's clean. It's clean as a pin. All right, the instructions. Oh, forgot something. Headlight lenses. The tail lights, headlights. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I mean, I was awful young in '72 or probably in '73 when I built this. Let's go through the instructions. See what we got here. Typical Revell instructions, which I like. All the parts, tells you exactly what it is. So I could go to all this stuff and figure it out, but we aren't going to do that in this video. I just want to show you what we got on the Evil Iron. And it's not really a high parts count kit either. There's the engine. There's your tubing. Tube cutting templates, so you can run all your wiring. Again, there's probably, I think there's 2 feet of that. It's quite a bit. So it's nice that they give you templates and show you where to put it. I can't remember running the tubing back then, but there again, I was a little guy when I built this thing. Yeah, I'm telling you to cut that out, obviously, for your front tire. But that's pretty wild how they molded that front tire. It's pretty interesting. You guys remember the Dragon kit? I still got my original Dragon kit. I think it was called Dragon Fire. That thing was released, it was released right after this. It was released in '72, '76. It was again re-released again in the mid-90s. 94, 95, and they also re-released it in the 2000s, early 2000s. I never did buy it again. Again, I bought that in about '72 or '73, the Dragonfire, and built it, and still have that. More template for your wiring. In fact, I'm going to have to pull some of my Dragonfire out. I come across that the other day. I'm missing half of it. I don't know where it all went. It was complete, but I know it's busted up. We'll get that out here in a second. I'll show it to you. More templates for brake lines, the body. So you could build this if you didn't want to build it as the Evil Iron. If you wanted to rebuild it as the Ghost Rider, you could. Your flames. Oh, yeah, either one. Evil Iron or Ghost Rider. get dragon fire. I just got one of the tires out, but they're the exact same tires. I mean, the exact same tread and everything. This is the new one. This is the old one from the early 70s. And here he is. I mean, I put the wiring in on this one. Do you remember this kit? Let me know down below if you remember the Dragon. I think the Dragon was more popular, plus it was re-released more. And you didn't hear it from me, but I look for this to come back out. But that's the Dragon. Okay, the decals. Of course, it's a Triumph. You got Evil Iron. All your flames. We're going to get to building this. I'm not going to do it, obviously, in this video. But I'm going to get this thing going here real soon. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep an eye on the build on this. We got a lot of models going on. You may have seen in the background, I'm working on a pretty cool model. I'm going to finish up this bad boy here real soon. There's a little sneak peek. Well, what do you think about the Evil Iron? Are you going to get one? Do you remember it? Do you remember it being out in 1971? Again in 1972? Do you remember it being the Ghost Rider in 93? I remember the Ghost Rider, never got it. Like I said, I got the Evil Iron in 72, and of course just now, and I plan on building it here real soon. Let me know down below if you ever went to Kmart and picked up models. Man, I love going to Kmart, spending my allowance, and many of hours standing there in the model aisle hoping they'd bring the blue light special to the model aisle so I could get a deal so my allowance money could spend more. I never saw a blue light deal in the model aisle, but I still bought a lot of models at Kmart. I want to hear from you what you got to say about Evil Iron and Kmart. We'll see you guys on the next video on Throttle Power.